I live, I die, I live again!
Two Mad Max movies in the works, The Wasteland and Furiosa. Every update explained. When the first Mad Max movie released way back in 1979, little did people know it would grow to become a massive franchise. The setting, which was that of a dystopian world, appealed to the masses as did the relentless violence and gore. The first Mad Max film catapulted Mel Gibson to international stardom overnight. It soon became a genre in itself, and many other movies tried to replicate the idea into their plots. The Mad Max franchise itself was not sitting idle. Mad Max 2 and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome released in the 80s to a great reception. However, the maker George Miller decided to call it a day at that, and the idea of further movies did not crop up until much later. Recently, in the year 2015, when Mad Max Fury Road released, it once again ignited the craze for the franchise. This was possibly the best of the lot, and it was praised profusely by the critics and viewers alike. The cast involving Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron delivered a performance of their lives, and the movie was simply spectacular. It was a massive hit that preserved the great heritage of this franchise. It also fueled the hunger among fans for more movies in the same universe. They simply could not get enough of the extreme backdrop of the movies and the unique characters. News of two upcoming Mad Max movies has been doing the rounds. Fans are speculating the fate of Mad Max Wasteland and Mad Max Furiosa, both of which are supposed to see the light of day in the near future. This video should give you enough clarity regarding the two movies as we look to equip you with all that you need to know about these much-awaited Mad Max movies. Please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click from you, but it means a lot to us. Thank you. Let's begin. Why has there been no news on the sequels? For a long time, the fans were in complete dark regarding the fate of the sequels. George Miller, the brains behind the Mad Max movies, had reportedly readied the scripts for the movies Mad Max Wasteland and Mad Max Furiosa as he was in the process of preparing Mad Max Fury Road. Unfortunately, he got embroiled in studio politics that drew the curtains on this venture. In 2017, there was a legal tussle between Warner Brothers and Miller's production house regarding a bonus that he was supposed to receive for the filming of Fury Road. Fans had almost given up on these when suddenly good news was around the corner. George Miller announced that the two parties had reached an amicable settlement, and now the movies were in the cards. There have been reports suggesting the willingness of Warner Brothers to go ahead with this project. Tom Hardy has also made his eagerness to be part of the project known to the fans. With so much going in favor, our money would be on the movies hitting the theaters eventually. What is happening with Mad Max Wasteland? Before we go into a detailed discussion on Mad Max Wasteland, which is somewhat of a prequel to Mad Max Fury Road, let us first refresh your memories with a brief synopsis of the latter. The plot dwells in a setting where civilization has collapsed and a tyrannical warlord enslaves the survivors. When a daring warrior leads his 5 wives to an escape, they are helped by a former captive. Their thrilling chase and face-offs constitute the majority of the movie. So far, it has been made clear by the director that the movie Mad Max Wasteland would be drastically different from Fury Road. If you were worried that the consequent Mad Max movies would be exact ripoffs, you can rest easy. For starters, the tone of the movie would be different from the bright and colorful tone of Fury Road. Those who want to see more of Tom Hardy are in for a treat because the actor, in all probability, is going to be a part of this project. Besides, in this movie, the character Furiosa will not be in the mix of things because it's a prequel and Max has not met her yet. So you can expect more of Tom Hardy's character in action. A prequel to one of the best action movies ever made is no mean task, and you can expect more of the real stunt work that adds to the visual delight of these movies. We tried our best to get something on the release dates, but things are in initial phases of production, and George Miller's team is in no mood to give even a tentative date because of the pandemic situation and other chaos going around right now. What is happening with Mad Max Furiosa? The character of Furiosa, essayed by Charlize Theron, was one of the highlights of the movie Mad Max Fury Road. The spunky warrior had qualities that awed the audiences, and they were intrigued about further depths of this character. To explore more of this enigmatic character, a Furiosa spin-off was planned by George Miller. With the legal feud sorted, we can expect more steam in this project. It was announced that work on this would resume early next year. The idea was to elaborate on the backstory of Furiosa, so this movie would go in to look into her previous life in Green Place. It would also stress upon the phases of her life spent with the Vuvolini warrior women. You can expect some fierce women leads for this movie, as it would require multiple powerful female characters. There's a lot of speculation regarding the role of Furiosa. Initially, the director had planned to digitally de-age Charlize Theron for this role. As per recent reports, he's abandoned this idea and is now focusing on finding the right actress for the role. Jodie Comer has already auditioned for the role, and this talented actress from Killing Star is a strong contender for the role. Anna Taylor-Joy has also auditioned for a role, and it could well be that of a young Furiosa. While as of now we do not know for certain, we can only hope that whoever is assigned the role does justice to the character. It's not easy to fill the shoes of legends. Tom Hardy did a brilliant job in replicating the brilliance of Mel Gibson, and now it's up to some new actress to match up to the finesse of Charlize Theron.
Remember me?
Conclusion. So it's obvious that the fans are waiting with bated breath for these movies. By looking at the current situation of these Mad Max projects, it's pretty clear that once the pandemic situation settles down, the creators would start to work on these movies with full steam. We just hope that our wait is not unreasonably long.